The Commodores, and then a potential Final Four matchup against the Crimson Tide later this Saturday.
Chad Baker-Mazar comes off of Bruce Pearl's bench tonight. And Moore with 16 starts a year ago, coming off the bench primarily this campaign. And the putback is
of Vanderbilt right now. In order to beat the Vanderbilt Commodores, you have to be able to defend collectively as a unit.
Boy, Broom on nickel, that's a mismatch, and Broom makes him pay.
Well,
a magical run in 2019 for Bruce Pearl, an incredible season of Auburn basketball. Denver Jones, and a good sign for the Tigers. Just 2 points against Florida in that set. 3.5 minutes in. Here's Jones again, an early heat check, and he buries the triple again. Jones again. Cardwell saves it. Miles Kelly. That's another three. 13-0, number one. With an early body blow against Vanderbilt.
And those are the shots they have to make. The transfer from Davidson, Huffman's got to be able to knock those down.
Tahad Pettiford just checked in and delivers with a mid-range.
You will not have better quad one opportunities than the Auburn Tigers here on your home court.
Edwards up and under off the double clutch, and it's all net. A much-needed bucket.
It will enhance their offensive opportunities.
Commodores 1 of 7 to start. Here's Huffman inside off glass. Cardwell tried to thread the needle inside. It finally got to Denver Jones. And against Hogard. Now Cardwell. Trying to post up Carey, and does. Strong finish. Brilliant time, if you will. Open look, top of the key, MJ Collins.
More than others.
First three of the night for Vanderbilt. Here's a steal. Tanner came away with it, and now Nickel off the back iron. Collins on the putback.
Big time. And they come into the basketball game in conference play shooting about 32%, but they can do a nice job of attacking the glass as well.
Pettiford splashes home a triple. Coming in off the bench so far tonight. Hogard. And the tip in, it was Carey. Here with the Commodores tonight. Jones for three. Boy, Denver Jones, an early heater.
They're matched up. They actually have a little more size.
Stolen by Carey. Broom will try to chase him down, and Carey lays it in. That ball was last touched by Auburn. The Tigers get it back. Chaney Johnson, the turnaround with a jump hook.
Is probably has one of the biggest upsides of anybody on Auburn's team.
Look at the first step by Edwards off the glass, and a chance for three.
Pretty basketball. Speed. That's going to be the theme of the night. That should be appreciated by not only Auburn's fans, but his teammates as well.
Never knew he wasn't 100% when he came back for that win against the Vols, but that was a huge moment in the season. Jones, a great cut, and an easy finish at the rack.
Well, Vanderbilt tried to screen and roll back with Jalen Carey. Nice job of defending by Chaney Johnson.
Chris Mignon attacking.
Oh! Young fella.
Lead at 10. Here comes Edwards, the mid-range. And you can feel a little mojo finally on the side. Bruce Pearl's team. Lead at 8. It was once at 13. And now McLaughlin, the size advantage on Baker-Mazar for a moment. Carey, look what he found.
Right now,
18 and 14 in the win over the Longhorns. Carey gets another touch. Inside to McLaughlin, and the lead down to 4. As a result of the call, and the last time Chaney Johnson with a jump hook was able to cash in. Speaking of Johnson, he'll do it again with a bounce. And that's the SEC. Number 1 on display on the road here tonight in Music City. Great cut by Hogard, spotted by McLaughlin, and the big fella drops a dime in.
Dylan Caldwell, so valuable for Auburn because he completes their defensive possessions with so many defensive rebounds.
Denver Jones ready, waiting, and able. 14 points in the first half for Denver Jones. And Carey was fouled by Cardwell.
We talked about middle ball screens. That time, Tyler Tanner on the roll.
14 points to lead the charge for Auburn. Tyler Nickel took his time and drew the contact. What's a big possession, a 7-point game right before the half. You come up.
Those have responded well.
It's headed your way here on SEC Network 9. Boy, Baker Mazzara right on top of Hogard.
Here it is.
Off the screen, Nichols left open. That's a three! 34-32. And the first three of the half goes to Tyler Nichols for Vanderbilt. And look at what we have here, a one-possession game 20 minutes in. And A.J. Hogard, 2 of 2 at the stripe tonight. Now with 5 points.
Wade Taylor, but Miles Kelly is certainly in that conversation on the interior because they have one less shooter for Auburn.
Lob to Broom over the top of McLaughlin, and he was fouled. Church shoot around earlier this afternoon, and Mark Byington telling his team time after. And it's been a battle. The low block tapped out to Baker Mazzara. Denver Jones, the floater. Big
power forward position.
Mignon off the bounce, attacking. There's Hogard. McLaughlin on the offensive glass. Up and in! McLaughlin 3 the hard way. He's got Edwards on the move for 3. Vanderbilt has its first lead. 3 years young. Hogard, no. Carey. Yes!
Backyard. Little gritty, something to prove team.
Chaney Johnson forces that one up and in.
Midnight.
Huffman back on the floor, as is Mignon. Up and in. And a strong finish. He'll tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah.
There was a foul. It was originally charged to McLaughlin that they changed to Jalen Carey. So because of that switch, McLaughlin has
This
Carey.
is the matchup we were waiting for.
We've waited all night. Broom won that battle. The stick back by Mignon. He had moments against number 6 Tennessee like that as well. Late. Johnson for 3. Boy, listen to the Auburn fans in the house. Johnson, a monster step, lays it in beautifully off the glass.
Much better than when you have 2 bigs, Janai Broom and Dylan Caldwell.
Auburn has responded. Chaney Johnson certainly has and does again. Chaney Johnson with 14.
Chaney Johnson's been hot, though. He can go by.
Well, he's feeling it. You can sense it. Against Carey. The hesitation and the jump hook. Johnson's got 16 and a spark for number 1 on the road.
Slow down, guys. We've got to go back to getting defensive stops as they did in the first half to Jalen Carey. I think he can go at Janai Broom.
Hogard baseline. Bounce pass to Collins. And the reverse. Auburn 6 for its last 7 from the floor. Bulk of that production coming from Johnson. And now it's Broom. On Carey. Backs his way in and lays it up.
Janai Broom played defense on this end, and that's why he's putting them in a ball screen here. But you've got good help. Look at all the Auburn Tigers on the weak side helping on the ball screen.
Hogard wants it. Finds a way inside for the layup. And then he confirmed the notion. He kind of came here to Nashville for the chip as well. And a chance for 4. Tahad Pettiford. So a 4-point play possibility for numero 0. Number 35 in the ESPN 100. Another McDonald's All-American. Edwards.
There you go. Right? So Mark Byington's fabulous at doing that.
Auburn in the bonus. Rest of the half. And Cardwell, not a great free throw shooter this season, drains the first. No, Bill Parcells told you. You are what your record says you are. He made 2 of 2.
And go small, so that's why they've got Chris Moore at the power forward position.
McLaughlin attacking. Cardwell a block out of nowhere. And McLaughlin and Mignon on the floor.
Festy defender, excuse me.
I like Festy. That's a great combo of those 2 words.
Well, I think people, woo!
MJ Collins.
Pretty basketball.
Janai Broom starting to become a bigger factor in this second half. And Mignon fouled Denver Jones. And remember, the Tigers in the bonus. Denver Jones, the story tonight for Auburn, along with Chaney Johnson. Saturday, and that has been the difference in this comeback after trailing 45-42. Right out of the locker room, Chaney Johnson. An arsenal. And Johnson shooting 57% from the floor this season. He's been even better tonight. 8 of 9. Hoggard will get the roll. I mean, these guys, they're human. They get tired on occasion.
Absolutely. It's great preparation for March Madness. And Janai Broome looked pretty healthy off of the tremendous dish production here in the second half. He plays winning basketball, and that time Jalen Carey bit on the shot fake, which allowed him to get to the basket.
All the conversation about Janai.
I think that the Auburn Tigers are going to have to continue to maintain that success with Janai Broome playing at a high level in the best league in college basketball. Hooper flag at the next level is going to be the better player, period. And he's got a good chance of being the #1 draft pick.
Tanner, the freshman, the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
1 versus 2, an SEC matchup. College game day is going to be at Coleman Coliseum. And universe, the great state of Alabama, as those two rivals meet as 1 versus 2, and Broome stays with it, finds a way.
Well, he was just too big, and that was his matched up against A.J. Hoggard, who's 6'4", 220 pounds. Obviously, with Janai Broome, he's got him by about 6 inches and 20 pounds. He's sick all the lineup.
One more free throw for Broome. Jason Edwards looking down towards his head coach and Mark Byington. In the month of January. Chaney Johnson, an offensive rebound. And then Baker Mazzara steps out of bounds.
Well, give credit to Vanderbilt. You haven't seen as much as that.
M.J. Collins, Chaney Johnson, and a jump ball gives it back to Auburn.
You look at any team that can score points in a hurry.
Broome on the attack.
Looked like that ankle was feeling okay on that play. Johnson, Tahad Pettiford, Denver Jones, all of those guys continuing to get better. And thus far, it's been an impressive showing by the #1 team in the nation.
Now, speaking of Janai Broome, let's take a look. Committing his first turnover this freshman campaign. He'll get one more.
Family, mom and dad both played at Rice. I like his Jalen Carey. That's what you want from Janai Broome, even though he made a couple of those on the road at Ole Miss.
Tanner to Collins. Outside of Mignon, that's a triple. And McLaughlin high off the glass. After its first SEC loss, trailing by 3.
Well, you see Tahad Pettiford at the point guard, but this all started with Denver Jones, #2 in blue.
A season high in terms of SEC play for that man, Chaney Johnson. All eyes will now focus on Tuscaloosa. At least from an Auburn perspective. You got Bama hosting Texas later tonight. Tanner off the mark.
Yeah.
Auburn, Alabama in the SEC tournament. And it's not out of the realm.
That Baker Mazzara is an interesting weapon for Auburn. So to be able to have this win with him going scoreless, I think is a testament to the depth of this Auburn team as well. And you talked about the combination of Denver Jones and Chaney Johnson for 41. Auburn faithful have seen it before. They had 43 against Georgia State, 30 against Kent State, and 30 against Mississippi State.
In Coach Pearl's 11 seasons on the Plains. For Damian Fishback, I'm Roy.